You know that feeling, right? When you're really trying to build a good habit,
Yeah.
like getting up early and maybe drinking enough water, whatever it is, and it just feels like you're constantly swimming upstream.
Oh, absolutely. It's a universal struggle, I think. We all have these great intentions, but actually making a change stick,
Yeah.
that can be tough.
Exactly. So today, we thought we'd dive deep into James Clear's Atomic Habits. I mean, it's sold millions, clearly resonates with people.
It really does.
Our mission here is basically to pull out the really actionable stuff, the key ideas that you can use to make those small shifts that hopefully lead to real lasting habit change.
And one of the absolute core ideas in the book right from the start is this emphasis on systems.
Hmm.
He argues that the systems we build are actually more powerful than the goals we set.
Okay, yeah, let's get into that. But first, maybe that foundational idea. Tiny changes, big difference. He talks about the 1% rule. It sounds, well, almost too small, doesn't it?
It does sound small initially, but the magic is in the compounding. A 1% improvement every day doesn't just mean you're 365% better after a year,
Mhm.
because it compounds, you end up something like 37 times better.
Wow, 37 times.
Yeah, it's exponential. It really highlights how crucial that daily consistency is. Those small, steady actions massively outperform, occasional big bursts of effort.
That really puts it in perspective. Okay, so it's the daily grind, the small consistencies, not waiting for some heroic leap.
Hmm.
Got it. Another big concept is shifting focus to identity. How does that work?
This is really interesting. It connects to why habits actually stick. It's about who you fundamentally believe you are. Claire uses the example. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, which is an outcome, you shift to, I am becoming a runner.
Ah, okay.
That identity shift makes the actions associated with being a runner, like
Mm.
the training, the mindset, feel much more natural, more aligned. You're not just forcing yourself towards a goal. You're embodying an identity.
So you internalize it. It's not just chasing something external. Makes sense. Now, the book famously breaks down the habit loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. Can you walk us through that?
Sure, this is basically the blueprint for every habit.
Yeah.
The cue is the trigger, the thing that kicks it off.
Hmm.
The craving is the motivation, the desire. The response is the actual habit you perform.
Mm-hmm.
And the reward is the satisfaction you get, which tells your brain, hey, do that again.
Right.
Understanding this loop is key because it gives you levers to pull. You can tweak each stage to build good habits or break bad ones.
So you can sort of hack the loop, essentially. Like, give us a quick example. How might you manipulate the cue?
Okay, let's take maybe mindless evening snacking. Common cue might be just sitting down on the couch, seeing the TV remote.
Uh-huh.
So to hack it, you could change the environment, maybe keep the unhealthy snacks out of sight, hidden away,
Mm-hmm.
or even introduce a different cue, like putting a book you want to read right there on the couch instead. Change the trigger.
Change the trigger, change the response. Got it. Clear also talks a lot about making habits easy, reducing friction. What does that look like practically?
Yeah, friction is just anything that makes the habit harder to do. Any obstacle, any extra step. The less friction there is, the easier it is for the habit to form and stick.
Okay.
So, a simple example. Want to eat more fruit. Don't hide it in the fridge drawer. Put a fruit bowl right on the counter, visible, easy to grab. You're removing the friction.
Right. Make the path of least resistance lead straight to the good habit.
Smart.
Okay, finally, let's touch on tracking, stacking, and rewards. How do these strategies help cement habits?
Well, tracking just, makes you aware. It gives you that visual proof of progress, which can be super motivating. Seeing a streak build up, that's powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
Habit stacking is about linking a new habit you want to build onto one you already do consistently. So, like Clear suggests, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. You use the existing habit as the cue for the new one.
Oh, I like that. Leverage existing momentum.
Exactly. And rewards are crucial because they close the habit loop. They reinforce the behavior. Even small rewards, a sense of satisfaction, checking something off a list, tell your brain this habit is worthwhile.
So it sounds like the big picture is be intentional, start incredibly small, make it obvious, make it easy, make it satisfying, and maybe focus more on who you're becoming than just the outcome. It's less about sheer willpower.
Much less about willpower, much more about designing smarter systems around yourself.
Right, which brings us back to that core idea.
Precisely.
Hmm.
And that quote from Clear really sums it up. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
That's a powerful way to think about it. Definitely leaves you with something to consider. So for everyone listening, maybe the question is, what's just one small system, one tiny change you could design today to start building towards that identity you aspire to.